Cue organic introduction. Is that organic?
Technically, yes.
Because I said organic.
Yes. Theoretically, no.
Let's talk about GMOs, people.
You know what? If you want to talk about GMOs, we can. I'm actually pro GMOs.
Pro GMOs.
Yes.
I'm pro MSG in my Chinese food.
Actually, I am too.
Tastes pretty good.
But as far as GMOs go, do you like corn?
Yeah.
You just like standard corn on the cob?
Do love some street corn.
That's GMO.
No.
Yeah, but the original corn plant, genetically modified, it goes as far as like, this plant and this plant. Like, these plants make the biggest fruit, so I breed them together to make the biggest fruit.
Right.
The original corn was closer to baby corn than what we have now.
Baby corn is the actual real corn.
It was like in the middle, but it was like tiny corn. The corn we eat now was genetically modified just through growing corn.
Wow. But you know what? Thank you, because that's just delicious.
It's delicious. Also, if you can do any kind of genetically modified to make my food more delicious, as far as like weird science goes,
right,
go for it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue against that, because
and if we can keep this. If I can get corn that's 3 feet long,
yes,
I'm gonna get that 3 foot long piece of corn and I'm gonna eat it.
Love it.
Okay.
Salt, pepper.
Oh, fucking salt, pepper. You know what else I love when you cover in salt and pepper?
My dick.
Well, shit. Now we're just increasing the list. But the third thing, Dungeon Junkies Real Talk.
Yeah, season us up.
It's the new, goddamn it, season us up. The newest episode of Dungeon Junkies Real Talk.
Yeah.
I'm your host, who always forgets to introduce himself.
Good job.
And my co-host never reminds me. I'm Henry.
You really just put that shit on me?
I put that shit on you because you reminded me once and never again.
And I never will.
But I'm here with the one and only. He's living off that Michael Cera stuntman money from Juno. It's right. Alex.
That was a good movie.
That was a hard work you did there.
Oh, yeah. I also got to fuck Ellen Page.
Well,
that's facts right there.
No, that's not.
Straight facts.
She's lesbian.
I'm a virgin.
We're here talking about episode 13. And I wish Kenny was here because if he was here, we'd say we're all virgins.
Oh, yeah.
But we're here talking about episode 13 of Dungeon Junkies.
Dungeon Junkies.
And real quick, before we get into that episode details, I want to get a little house cleaning out of the way, so to speak.
Okay.
Recently, we got 2 items. One of which is really fucking cool. Actually, they're both really cool. One of which is a really cool item that we got courtesy of Nick.
Oh, yeah.
They're these badass Dungeon Junkies buttons. Remind me a lot of Game of Thrones in the art style.
Yep. Yeah, definitely.
And, man, I'm excited for the new season, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's a separate thing. Separate thing.
However, super excited for these buttons, too.
Oh, yeah.
And, these are available for anybody who joins Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Any tier. $1. You can get yourself a button for $1.
Oh.
Or Nick will ship it out to you.
It's super nice.
Yeah, he just wants people to get these buttons. So,
shipping them out.
So if you're interested in getting a little Dungeon Junkie swag and you only want to pay $1, go to Patreon. Get yourself them buttons.
It's literally $1.
Now, a little something that I'm sorry it ain't available for you yet.
Yeah,
you can't get it yet.
Yes, that's
true. I got
true.
a little news for Alex also.
Oh shit!
He don't know this yet.
Revealing it on the
air
on the mic.
On the mic. We got some T-shirts. I got one right here. Dungeon Junkies T-shirts.
It's beautiful.
Sent by a fan and friend of the show. He'll sniff your butt through a wormhole. It's Wide Dick Mikey.
Oh shit! Wide Dick Mikey.
Michelangelo himself.
Wow.
And he made. I'm holding it up for the microphone. Look at that microphone.
Oh,
Dungeon
wow.
Junkies.
Doesn't that look cool? Oh, so swag.
And then on the back, mildly entertaining at best. Mildly entertaining ... at best. It's the 8-bit style that we love here at Dungeon Junkies. They're beautiful t-shirts. And he sent these to us. I fucking love them.
They are awesome. I'm going to be wearing those almost every recording.
Oh, yes.
If I can.
And I'm sure we all will. We'll look like a bunch of losers all matching each other. But if you want to look like a loser, like a club of losers...
Nice ref, bro.
Thank you, sir. We might have these in the future, Alex, because he sent me the pattern to these. So I know Nick was interested in making some of these shirts, so we might be able to make these available to people who are interested in as well.
Damn.
So we might have some t-shirts in the future.
That is sick.
For some of you out there. But in the meantime, it'll just be us repping these. And they're pretty fucking dope. I'm sorry, guys.
They're awesome.
If you're interested, let us know that you might want them, though. At, what was it? DungeonJunkies@gmail.com.
Oh,
Bam.
yeah.
Okay, house cleaning. Out of the way.
There's our one plug.
Sorry, 2 plugs, because we also plug the Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, we don't do that stuff, but we just got some awesome stuff. And
it's
I'm
just
super
awesome.
stoked.
We gotta share that shit.
In the meantime, let's talk about this episode.
Oh, boy.
Where we left off, we were doing a little armor wrestling. And how do you think you fared? How do you think Taryn fared? Do you think you did pretty good?
I think I did pretty good, considering I won. Considering I won that battle, it was very testy. He almost got me. He got very close to getting me on that arm wrestle. But Taryn, as we all know, is amazing. Just put it simply.
Actually,
you're really gonna argue against me being amazing?
I would argue in your favor.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
Because you didn't even use your inspiration.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's not that he almost got you. Because if you would use your, you didn't even fully try to your abilities.
True. Yeah. I didn't even get that second push. I one push and I got him.
Yeah. So I think you kind of destroyed him. You wiped the floor with this motherfucker.
Yeah, he got kind of destroyed.
And he wasn't really too pleased with that.
Yeah. And I would understand, but whatever.
I mean, I would understand to the point that you'd be sappy. Be a little sad boy.
Be a little sad.
But this motherfucker straight up didn't follow through with his word at all.
That's just awful. That's just terrible right there. You know what? You could be a sore loser, but if you're just not going to keep your promise, that's just a terrible human being.
Yeah, it's what kind of pirate is a terrible human being?
Most of them. Shit. We didn't think about that part.
Honestly, I didn't. I thought in any other sense he would betray you, but we were told specifically that this is the one thing he cares about.
Right, exactly.
I thought we might have him.
I thought we had him there too.
And maybe if it was a if we win, we can go free. He would have let us go free.
At least that.
But you stepped up them games, and it was if we win, we get his ship.
Yeah. And I was like, cool, thanks, bro. And I think we're going to take this ship.
He was kind of at the point where it's like, well, I mean, I kind of want my ship.
Yeah.
I got to just attack you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now,
I understand. You got to keep your ship.
You got to keep your ship. And he could have attacked us. Okay, he did. But why not just give us the octopus buddy?
At least that. Truly.
I didn't give a shit about the ship. If he would have said, look, I'm not... If, you would have won, and he would have said... Actually, I'm curious as to what Taryn would have done and what you would have done.
Yeah.
If he would have said, look, I can't give you the ship.
Understandable.
But I'll let you go and I'll give you the octopus. I'll give you this guy.
I would take that shit left.
You would have taken that shit left?
Yeah, dude.
Me too.
I think we all agree that we would just all right, cool, man. Thanks.
Octopus buddy?
Good, yeah.
Taryn's happy. I mean, not Taryn. Fenworth's happy.
Is happy.
Fenworth is happy. He's got a octopus slave buddy.
Yeah. And ultimately, we get to leave this ship with a new friend.
New friend who would probably stay on the ship, the pirate ship.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But whatever. It'd be like a not Old Yeller because they kill him in that one. But like one where they throw the rocks at the dog, and they're like, "You gotta go. You can't stay.
Yeah,
you can't follow me.
Go away."
Yeah, I gotta throw the rocks at the octopus guy.
As you're crying. Yeah.
If Finworth is the only one crying, and everyone else is very confused.
Yeah, it's like, bro, it's just an octopus, man.
I really did want that octopus, man.
Yeah.
And he was there.
He was there. He was
there in the fight. He came rushing through the door with all the other freaking assholes.
Along with his other friends.
Yeah, who were called him by Bloodbeard after he sore losered his way out of that arm wrestling contest. And they were Sea Spawn is what they're called. I'm actually, that's a character or a creature I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
I believe it might be from one of the additional books, like Bolos or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it's from the Monster Manual.
I don't think so either. There's a possibility that it was copied from the Monster Manual and just like named something else.
No, I know Kenny specifically. Like I heard he was talking about like, oh, this is the sea, like it's. I believe it is Volos because Sea Spawn is something playable as a character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It gives you the info to do it as a playable race. So you could be like a crab person or an octopus person.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, which is like, oh, shit, I might want to look at that as a backup character. Get that bug.
Yeah.
But these guys, as cool as they fucking were, these Sea Spawn, because I actually do like the idea. To me, they look like, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It's like the whatever his name is, Davy Jones's crew.
Yeah.
That's all those guys. Too. Yeah, exactly. So you got like your hammerhead shark guy, your octopus guy.
Yeah. Barnacles on them. And
sea urchin guy or whatever. I don't know if they're quite like barnacle, but they are. Kenny did kind of give them that undead aspect, so they may be like kind of barnacle-y or crusty and stuff like that.
Yeah, they probably do. But
that's how I saw them. I'm not sure if that's correct, but that is how I saw them.
Yeah.
Now, they fucking killed the shit out of Doro.
Jesus, man, they destroyed him. Let's just be completely honest there.
And I'm bummed about that. I know, Kenny, I don't know if it made it into the episode. I know he said, like, off of mic, and he may have said on mic. But Doro was really cool.
Supposedly, yeah.
And he was really sad that he didn't make it through that combat. Which makes me happy. Because I'm like, that's you, DM.
Yeah.
You killed your friends.
It's your fault.
You killed the people you care about.
Yeah.
At the same time, I would have very much before Kenny said that and before the combat occurred, I was interested in that character. Mostly because so far with every character we have encountered with this crew, Herfestag, Frodo, Raftalia, every crew has had that kind of interesting thing about them. Boros.
Yes.
Or Boris.
But Boris, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, what does Doro have? Like, what's interesting about this character? And like, oh, he's a samurai. That's cool. We haven't seen any samurai yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And he got fucking deaded, bro.
He got super dead. He got completely overwhelmed. And while we're just being like, all right, we're going to stay back here and just fight off the ones that are coming at us.
Well, I mean, he was closest to the door.
Yeah.
He just got overwhelmed.
He should have just come with us. Like, it probably would have
He should have just stayed on the other ship.
Yeah.
He should have just
He would have been just fine if he had stayed on the ship.
I honestly think maybe it was Kenny, like, role-playing Doro not knowing. I think motherfucker was full of himself.
Yeah, he might have been.
I think
Maybe that's why he was cool as shit.
Well, Kenny thought he was cool as shit, but he wasn't. If he was cool as shit, he would have lived, right?
That's very true. If he was cool as shit, he would have absolutely just wiped the floor with these guys.
Or at least taken one of them down. He didn't even do that.
He didn't even take one. That's hilarious.
How is he cool as shit? One of you guys out there, you tell me how he's cool as shit. If anybody I'll change my mind, but I don't think he was. I'm gonna stand on the fact that the guy was guy was all talk.
He was a tool.
All talk. Boris.
Mm-hmm.
We have more evidence of Boris killing people.
That's very true.
In fact, as far as damage, if you want to take on like, if you count damage occurred by a character in the game,
yeah,
Boris did more damage. Granted, it was to himself.
Yes. Hey, that shit counts, man.
The number is higher.
You put that shit on a chart, all right?
Exactly. You put that shit on a chart. Doro is at the bottom. Did he even attack anybody?
I think he did. I want to say he did do attacks. I just think he either missed or did like a minimal amount of damage.
Now, okay, be that as it may, I did want to rescue him. I mean, like, rescue him? What the fuck you mean rescue him? He's dead.
Right.
Well, me and Alex, as you guys may know from listening, I don't know if it made it in the last episode.
Maybe a little bit of it, but...
we were looking through Mr. Doctor's spell cards and found out that death means a goddamn jack shit to Mr. Doctor because he's the fucking shit.
As usual.
As usual, spoiler alert. We will get into that in a second more about him being a badass.
Right.
Seems to be a pattern. That
a consistent pattern
now
for like 13 episodes.
Yeah, the entire season. But he can bring people back from the dead very easily.
With a single 3rd level spell.
As long as they've been killed within the past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And you know what? That's not even that long, honestly. Like,
it's not that long.
It's not long.
So it's not like a solid resurrection.
Right.
You know, not grandma, you know, your family got killed, bandit attack, and you come across the village later.
Right.
Oh shit, it's been a couple of days. I can't resurrect them.
Yeah, they ain't coming back.
But somebody dies in combat.
That's the perfect place, yeah.
Boom, resurrect, they're fucking back. So, and it was like, oh shit, he actually had this for when we were at Boris.
Yeah.
So the whole time that we were concerned about saving him from himself, that was not really an issue.
That was totally not an issue. We were fucking worrying about it, like, oh shit, this guy's gonna die. Like, he's 2 seconds away from dying. Meanwhile, Mr. Doctor over here just holding on to like, yo guys, it really doesn't matter that much.
I could just like bloop,
blip.
poke him on the nose and bring him back to life.
Look, oh, he's alive again.
I wanted him to just, we can grab Doro's body, bring him back to the ship after we get out of here or whatever. Yeah. We do our rescue shit.
Yeah, exactly.
And we bring him back to life. No, like, he's not a badass, but I don't want him to die. Yeah. And it's not really an issue, especially if we still have to sail. He can use his spell slot. We can do a long rest. Not an issue. Yeah, bring this guy back to life.
Yeah.
I underestimated Mr. Doctor's badassness. And I told him. I told him. Because I sit next to him while we play.
Right.
which I very much enjoy because he's got his spell cards. Yeah. Which I got him for his birthday.
Oh.
And I'm very glad I dished out spell cards to everybody.
That's super nice. You gave me my paladin cards. Thank you very
much. And so he will have, his hand of spells that he has, and which I want to say has led very much to him being able to, and you as well, pretty much anybody who has spell cards instead of having to flip through a book, able to better plan out how they use their spells.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course he slides the spell over to me, Thunder Wave, because he's fighting all these guys by himself, pretty much. And it's like, bro, we have been trying to use that Thunder Wave.
Jesus, since season 1.
Not since season 1.
No.
Since before we even recorded.
Yeah.
Now the way back when we had Alessandro, and we were playing before we recorded.
Yeah.
The first time Thunderwave was used for us
Yeah.
was his girlfriend killing your monk with thunder waves.
Yeah.
Because she didn't understand.
Yeah, she didn't understand how it worked.
Yes, and
Wow,
and I tried to tell her it will hurt everybody.
Yeah.
And she went, "Go for it."
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good, and it annihilated you for sure.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And ever since then, we have been super squeamish on Thunderwave, not wanting to use it on anybody.
Yeah, we're being super careful about when we use it.
And this was one of the best uses ever, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
It completely annihilated everybody we were fighting. But when he slid the card over to me, and I was saying, like, bro, if you use that, I don't know if Kenny heard this. I don't think he did because there was like other conversations going.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, if you use that, it's gonna blow a hole in the goddamn ship.
Yeah.
You're gonna sink the ship. Like, and then I told him, like, also, yes, do this.
Yeah.
I'm not saying don't.
Also, absolutely.
I'm just saying I don't think there's any way this doesn't sink the ship.
Yeah. And boy, did it.
And I'm so glad that Nick used it. Because once again, Mr. Doctor kicking ass.
Yeah. And even before he used it, like, he had to run into, like, a crowd of them. And, like, he had to take, like, a few opportunity attacks. And,
yeah, he went for it.
And we were just like, yeah, it's still a great choice, though. It's still the greatest choice, even if you take a little bit of damage.
Because I believe his AC is the highest.
Yeah.
And his HP was, he was either fully healed or, he had a shit ton of health. So it was like, you can take, if each one of these hits you, you're still surviving to do the spell.
To destroy everything.
Unless they both crit you.
Yeah.
Or one crits and one does pretty, like, you have to get fucked on damage rolls.
Yeah.
And they both hit you. So it's like, you're good.
That was easy.
And we're going to rest after this.
Yeah, and you'll totally be fine.
And of course, like, it wasn't even an issue. I don't think he got hit at all, or maybe he got hit once.
Yeah, maybe he got hit once, maybe he didn't. I don't even remember, but...
Maybe his character sheet's around here in the boys' hole somewhere. I'm not sure.
Somewhere.
His dice are, I got him! They're mine, Nip! Ha-ha!
Dice snapped!
Dice snap, bitch! You tried to leave him at RPGHour, but I got him! Ha! In my pocket! Bitch! But in the meantime, he's killing all the badasses. Well, he is the badass, killing everybody else.
Destroying everything.
And
being awesome.
And we booked it. We fled.
Yep.
Can you remind me exactly? Because we were fighting, as everybody was holding off, it's been a hot second since we played the app, sat down and played.
Right.
While we were fighting the sea spawn, you were fighting Bloodbeard.
Yes.
How did that fight resolve?
He ran away and jumped into the sea.
That's right, because the ship was sinking. That's right. Yeah. Okay, I was thinking, like, I'm pretty sure he ran away, but okay,
he sure did, like a little bitch.
Like a little bitch. Also, I got the feeling that it was a recurring villain.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit worried about that.
I don't remember what he said, but I believe he said something like, as he was
I'll
fucking
see you,
running
like,
away,
this isn't the end, or I'll see you again, or...
Some evil bastard shit.
I'll catch you, you son of a bitch.
Next time.
If we can go back in time, we can get him before he's like, hey, I'm just a little pirate boy. Yeah. Blam! Thunder cannon to your face. Fucked. You're dead, bitch. And his crew's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Shit. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, Jesus. And
yeah, exactly.
Run away.
And we do it. Well, we do it as the crew for Herfestag.
Yeah.
And he gets reputation as the baddest boy around.
He just gets higher up.
Bam! Awesome. As a member of the coalition.
Yeah.
Coalition.
Smart. We have to make sure he's in the coalition first.
Exactly. So, after we fled the sinking ship and we, I really wanted that ship. I mean, it was shittier than ours.
Right.
It was made clear that ours was a better ship. But I did want a fleet.
Mm-hmm. But having our own ship is fucking amazing.
How cool would it have been like, look, we're following you back to the tower. That's obviously happening.
Right.
But, like, on our own ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This ship that we just fucking got right
Exactly.
now.
And when we get it there, we're going to fix it up and make it our own ship and get our own crew.
Yeah.
Now, we want to go back in time, but in the meantime, we got our own ship. Yeah. And if I can convert... Because I'm an artificer, man. Making magic shit, that's my shit.
Yeah.
If I can convert a ship to a time-traveling ship and use that ship to go back in time, and now we got our ship on the past. We're going to do that.
Yeah, shit's amazing.
But Mr. Doctor blew a hole on it.
Yeah, he kind of
none of that ever happened.
Blew it up.
I could do that to Herverstock ship. We'll have to... Maybe we can figure something out.
We'll see about
Convince
that.
him about that. And I'll also have to be like 15th level to do some time magic shit.
Yeah,
probably.
Definitely.
But the storm that has been plaguing us for the past like 4 episodes, 3 or 4 episodes,
a long time.
It did start to dissipate, and I kind of believe maybe because of that, it was Bloodbeard related.
Yeah, it was
perhaps
almost obvious.
Maybe that's a good thing though, because I think we saved the city, the little village we just left.
Yeah, that's very true. From getting destroyed and flooded.
What gosh darn village was that? Selbina?
Selbina. Yeah.
Selbina.
Hey.
We saved Selbina, and we remembered the name.
Yes, of course.
And so the flooding hopefully stopped. The storm stopped.
Yeah. We helped them out.
And as the the clouds dissipated, the fog and the wind ended, and the seas died down, we saw the tower.
The tower.
Where the Council of 12 is. Now, is there anything in particular Taryn wants to talk to the council about?
I think he would like to talk about specifically going back in time, because...
That's something Taryn's interested in?
Yeah, definitely. And
why?
Not only because he, it'll help, because, like, the coalition...
It would definitely help, yes.
And if we went back
knowing
in time...
this info and going back would definitely help. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think just... Not only from that, but also, like, going back in time because that's where we came from, basically.
And where we belong.
Yeah. Almost like we should be, like, tethered there. Like, what are we doing in this place?
We don't belong. Yeah. Is there any family that Taryn has back in that time that he would be like, yo, I mean, I know it's only 2 years, but it's definitely...
It's enough time to make relationships disappear. But yeah, he definitely has some cleric brethren or friends that he would like to visit, talk to, and keep in touch with. Absolutely.
And was there anybody in the city that could have died when it was taken over by the demons?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's a possibility.
Just like friends and acquaintances, people he may know.
Yeah,
nobody
in
particular.
Some people from a church that he knew, and
don't worry, I got a whole bunch of siblings. I haven't got names for them all yet.
yeah.
But okay, so Taryn wants to ask them about going back in time.
Definitely.
Your paladin order. We haven't really gotten into that much.
Not too much.
Is there a particular order that you belong to? One that you've trained with?
There is an order that I have not named yet.
Okay, I don't want to get like if
but there is definitely an order. I do have like a kind of a set, like, this is how they act, this is what they're about, and this is what they do. So, but yes, there is something like that.
So would you have needed to report back to them during this time period? Would that be one of the things that's like, during these 2 years, I might need to send a bird, send a messenger of some sort back to them and say, like, look, I'm alive.
Yeah.
Or is it a loose affiliation?
It's a loose affiliation. It's not something where it's like, okay, complete this mission and then report back to us immediately and let us know what's going on. But it's more like almost kind of a friendly message of like
yo
man, I'm still here, I'm doing this stuff, and
like
this is what's happening.
Like a knighthood, like you were knighted by the Queen of England,
right?
Like you are a sir, but like you go do whatever you want,
pretty much, yeah. That's pretty accurate.
And if because your powers are granted by your god, so you only have those abilities as long as you follow those beliefs.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
And we're all connected in that same way. So, if I happen to run across one of my old friends and brethren, I'll be like, "What's up, bro?"
Would Taryn feel a need to report back to them after these 2 years? Would he feel a need to send a message?
Oh yeah, definitely.
To just say status report, yo.
Yeah.
Or at least hey, why are you not killing these demons? What's going on? Status
report, and also what's going on, man? Just very generally, I would like to know what's happening.
Shouldn't y'all be fighting these guys?
Yeah. This is what we're basically made to do. Yeah.
Very interesting. Because as far as the other faction that I was associated with, the opposite of the coalition.
Yeah.
The opposite of cock, vag.
Yeah.
And
roll vag.
But they've been annihilated.
Yeah. Completely destroyed.
So I have nobody else but cock. But I don't.
And Taryn.
Boop. Boop. And actually, that's actually it. Is really the squad I have.
Yeah.
Alpha Squad. Mr. Doctor and his nurses.
Exactly.
And the doctor and his nurses. Because he's if anyone says oh, you're not a real doctor, we'll fight him.
Yeah, exactly.
He summoned lightning to kill people. You don't. What do you mean that's not a doctor?
Yeah.
Sounds like a doctor to me. You don't
listen to me.
You don't believe him? Summon that lightning.
Yeah. Why don't you feel that lightning?
Exactly.
Bro?
He's a doctor, bitch. So I'm pretty confident that. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'm confident we can go back in time. I'm pretty confident we can accomplish whatever we want because we just have to keep Mr. Doctor alive long enough.
Yep. As long as we heal him up every once in a while, we'll be just fine.
Honestly, every once in a while, because he can also he does the healing.
He does everything. He's a one-man band.
He's the damage. He's the healing. And he has the highest AC.
He even has the highest AC.
Which really, come on, bro.
Just let us have something, for fuck's sake.
It's like it would be irritating, except for the fact that he knows how to use his spells well. So it's like, God, we just got through this because of you.
I know. It's like, man, you're so cool, and I just want to be as cool as you.
I just want to be as cool as you.
I just want to be an equal. I don't want to look at you as like a peer.
Yeah, exactly. One day, we just need to get our ability. Once I get my robotic assistant, I will be so much more useful.
I know.
I'll feel so useful.
And I don't know what I'll do, but I'll feel a little better about myself.
You will. We'll all feel a lot better about you.
Yeah.
If you ride it around, maybe we can do some really cool combo stuff, and together we can be as cool as him.
Yeah.
We'll think about
together,
it. Together, we can do. Listen, guys, look up our abilities. Think of combos. Email me.
Yep. Let us know.
DM me. Get up, slide in the DMs.
Yeah.
Get up in that Twitter, Instagram. Not Instagram, no, because that's where Nick is. Let us know if we can be as cool as Mr. Doctor and how can we be
so cool?
Because we need all the help. Because he's just so fucking cool.
We need all the help we need.
We need all the help. Now, we're going to have a little special episode. It's going to be a little longer than usual.
Well, special.
Because I want to talk about RPGHour for a hot second.
Do a little transitioning.
Because that was before we do that, actually. That was where the episode ended.
Right,
We got onto the ship. We saw the tower.
Yep.
And that was a cliffhanger.
Good cliffhanger.
Oh,
yeah.
what do we... Oh,
shit.
And I want to ask him how the fuck we go back in time. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about RPGHour. Because we've been going to record with him. We've done it for the past few weeks recently.
Mm-hmm.
But we've done it before.
Yep.
It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been quite the experience, for sure.
So they are a local, to us, podcast that they haven't gone live yet as of when this episode is dropping. They haven't gone live yet. Where they don't play Dungeons and Dragons. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, let me tell you, you're going to fucking love this shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Because the first time we sat down with them, and the only role-playing game any of us had ever played was Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep. Yeah.
The first time we sat down with them, we learned about so many different... Now, some of them we had known about.
Right. We had at least heard about.
Maybe listen to podcasts that play some of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Done a little bit of research. Some of them.
Right.
A small percentage.
A very small percentage.
Like I'm into Shadowrun and Cyberpunk. Kenny is into Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu.
I had at least heard of Vampire the Masquerade.
Right. I've heard of Bessem, Big Eye, Small Mouth. I don't know too much of it. However, when we got there, it was like the equivalent of like you think you're a nerd because you play Skyrim,
right,
and then you talk to someone who plays D&D, and they're like, "That's Skyrim's not an RPG. Dungeons and Dragons is an RPG."
Yeah,
right. Now we play Dungeons and Dragons, and we're talking to the next level of RPG.
We went a level deeper,
and Jonathan was there the first time we were there, and we learned so much about role-playing games.
Yeah, within the first day, there were just snapping off stuff.
Things we were interested in.
Yeah,
and then it was just like, yes, okay, this is everything I thought that it could. It's just as cool as I thought it was.
Right, exactly. And they know all about it, and then they would go on to compare it to this, and that, and they had all sorts of recommendations, and it was amazing. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was knowledge that I could only be attained through literal decades of knowledge, which was what we were going up against.
And exactly.
You guys have been with us from the beginning.
Yeah.
If you've been with us through episode 1, you crazy son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ.
And these guys, Mr. and Mrs. RPG Hour, have been playing for 18 years.
Yeah.
And
crazy and compared to us,
And Jonathan is like going on 30.
Yeah.
And it's so impressive. And we immediately after the first game or the first recording session with him, we didn't even play with him. We just talked about games, and it was just like
podcast stuff. Yeah,
and it was just like you guys sit there and learn. And, and all three of us, because unfortunately Nick couldn't be with us because he was playing a show. The fucking beautiful bastard.
My goodness.
But all three of us were like, shoulder or chin in your hands, like looking at them with big doughy eyes, like teach me more. How do what? This is amazing.
Just keep talking. I just want to hear you talk about this.
Exactly. Don't make me talk because I'll sound like an idiot.
Yeah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to sound stupid.
I'm 100% gonna sound stupid after you guys talk.
Yeah, exactly.
But they didn't act like that. They were, super nice and
awesome
very
people.
much cared about what we had to say and made us feel like we mattered,
Mm-hmm.
even though we don't. None of us matter.
We absolutely
except
don't.
for Nick because he was playing a show.
Yeah.
But
we don't matter compared to them, but they made us feel like we matter.
Exactly.
So it's cool.
It was a very welcoming place, and it was very cool going to record with him and going to another studio different than our own, learning how other places do it. Putting the clip on mics and feeling professional.
It
was fun.
It's a different experience for sure. It's very cool.
But not as cool as the next time we went because we got to actually bring... Now, the only way that would have been cooler, we did get to bring Nick with us, which was awesome. I'm so glad Nick got to be there.
That's cool.
The only way it could have been cooler is if we would have had a full crew and had the whole RPG Hour crew there. Which had Jonathan there. The old sensei himself.
Yeah, seriously.
Now, unfortunately, he's even further away from RPG Hour than we are, so he can't be there all the time. Yeah. So he wasn't there for that game in session.
Yep.
But we got to play a badass game called Spy Master. Got a little, like a free preview of it.
Yeah.
And very interesting because you could do, instead of rolling dice, you drew cards. You played 21. You played blackjack.
Yeah. Super interesting.
I'm going to be real with you, Alex. I'm going to be real with you in a way that I was not while we were there because it's embarrassing. But I'll put it on the internet. RPG Hour, you can hear this too because you're not looking straight in my eyes and looking at me like I'm an asshole, like an idiot. What the fuck is 21?
The game?
Yes.
Have you never played 21?
Always played blackjack from the time I was a small child.
Okay. 21 is literally like you bet coins like the same way that you would poker, but you bet cards, and then it's the same thing that you did with Spy Master, where you either hit and...
How's it different than blackjack?
Is
it the same thing as blackjack?
Is that how blackjack works?
21? Yeah, you hit or miss and you gotta not bust. So 21.
Don't go over 21. Yeah, that sounds...
Is that just a different name?
That sounds exactly the same.
We just called it blackjack.
Yeah. Blackjack was... Oh, no, I'm thinking of Slapjack. Never mind.
Yeah, Slapjack is where you gotta hit the cards.
Right, yeah.
Blackjack. Okay, no, 21
those
is
are probably
blackjack?
the same. Yeah. I believe those are the same.
The whole time we were playing that game, and everyone was like saying, "Oh, it's just like 21."
21.
I'm like, I've never heard of this game 21. I'm assuming it's very similar to blackjack because we're playing blackjack.
Right. No, it's now that I'm looking at it now, they're the exact same thing. Yeah, 21.
Guys, I had never heard of 21. I love my family.
That's hilarious.
I was like, I remember being 8 and we're playing gin.
Yeah.
So I was like, I was like, if 21 is a kid version of blackjack, bro, we went straight to blackjack.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, like, cheating was a thing. And, like, if you can cheat and get away with it, it counts.
That's just crazy.
Either way,
but yes, they're the exact same. Yeah,
it was a spy game. I'm so glad I now know that 21 is not different than blackjack. But it was a spy game, like similar to. There were different ways to play it.
Yeah,
you could go maybe a little more serious, realistic if you wanted to. Right. Jason Bourne, kind of shit.
Exactly.
Getting a little fantastic with the 007.
Yep.
And maybe now we're in Kingsman and shit like that.
That's what I was thinking of.
We went for Get Smart, Austin Powers, comedy aspect, Mr. Bean being a spy.
Yeah. And it was awesome.
It was awesome. Super props to Nick for Chad. Chad 52, I think it was.
Yeah, it was 52. Yeah.
Chad 52.
Single best character in the entire playthrough.
Definitely, I think props. If I had to rank characters, it would go best characters in that, because I'm going to do that now. Anytime we play those, I'm going to rank them. Chad, Riku. Now, here's where it gets tough with names. Because I don't remember your character's name.
It was Barry.
Barry, that's right. Barry, Toby, which was my character, and then Kenny's character, which I also don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
But it was like, yours, mine, and Kenny's character were like way off in the bag.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And Chad and Riku shine.
Yeah, there's two main characters.
And I don't want to spoil too much. If you definitely keep an eye out if you want to find out what happened in that episode.
Stuff is awesome.
Go check them out. Make sure you follow them. I'll plug all their shit at the end of this. But yes, definitely. Great episode, and they were the ones that shined.
Yeah,
afterwards, we played. Well, it was a week afterwards. It was earlier today.
Yeah.
We played Honor. Now, this one was a little similar to a game we have going on Patreon called The Strange.
Yeah.
Similar
system. Yeah.
Similar system. Way different than Dungeons and Dragons, and way different than Spy Master. Now, and dice system and character creation. There's a lot of differences. But it's similar in the way that you can go through multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
And similar in the way that it kind of takes place on Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Now this one we did get to play with Jonathan. And that one was cool. Yep. I love playing with him.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
And we didn't get to play with Kenny because the little shit's on vacation.
Little shit.
So
that's fine.
Fuck her. Having fun out there in Reno, visiting family. Good for him. You know.
Guess what? We're having fun with Jonathan.
Exactly, and it was a lot of fun. I actually was. We got pre-made characters, pre-rolled characters for that campaign, which was something I was really interested in and something I really wanted to do.
Yeah,
because we never done pre-made before.
Yeah, that's the first time we've ever done any kind of pre-made characters, and I like it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
We're learning how to role play.
I know, it's crazy.
So, as we were getting from Mr. RPG Hour the basic rundown of what these characters were, the first one he went through was the professor.
Yeah.
But I remember, like as he was going through the lists, he listed a lot of flaws for the professor, and that instantly attracted me. Like it was the fact that the flaws all fit together. It was egocentric, morbid, and cruel.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm interested in that.
This will go well.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So I almost didn't listen to the rest of the characters. I don't know how you picked yours.
The way I picked it, I mean, when I was listening to it and he was describing each character, like, oh, this guy's this guy has these fortes and flaws and stuff.
Yeah, fortes, that was what it was.
Yeah. I, like, almost subconsciously was like, oh yeah, this character fits with this person, this character fits with this person, this character's obviously this person. I found my character right here. It just seemed like everything fit into each person specifically. And I was like, okay, yeah.
And did it end up how you expected?
Oh yeah, almost exactly. Yeah.
Oh, so when it was like morbid, cruel professor, you were like, that's Henry?
Yeah.
The one who can argue
Henry,
and stuff?
I knew it wasn't Nick, and I knew, or at least I could guess that it wasn't Jonathan. And I was like, there's only one other person, man.
I do 100%, I'm going to be real. I do like having the character. It makes it easier for me as a player, having the character that this is going to sound super assholey. I'm sorry, everybody. Having the character that's more intellectually oriented.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense for me to ask questions.
Yeah.
The questions might be dumb. Right? Like, I don't want to sound like I know exactly what's going on. The questions might be dumb and in the whole wrong direction.
Right.
Like, we don't want to get in the very beginning burning tree.
Yeah.
Or the river.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have I been in the whole wrong direction, right? But I got questions. But if I'm playing the character that doesn't think to ask questions, it doesn't make sense for me to ask them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I was attracted to the professor. I was like, the forte, there was only one, and it was alert. Which is not a good one.
Yeah, that's alright.
It means fine. I probably can't be surprised, or I can wake up real fast.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Right, cool. But there were 3 flaws, and they were all really fun.
Yeah,
so I was like, I really want to be the professor. And then, getting the sheep. Well, okay, so you saw Nick as the inspector. I want to talk about that a bit.
Yeah, definitely. He's always been one to kind of talk a lot and always kind of be in people's business and whatnot. So I always felt like that's perfectly him. Like, yeah.
I actually, yeah, I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, as far as like our group goes,
yeah.
If I would say the best ones to ask questions,
Mm-hmm.
like Nick is the talker and the one who is like, okay, I need to get this guy down and interrogate him.
Yeah,
okay, let's get him in front of Nick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so God, I didn't even think about that at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the inspector was my second choice. It was like, okay, I can either do the professor or the inspector, because either of those are the ones that are like, okay, I'm gonna ask questions.
Yeah, exactly. I would even list it like from our play group, like the people who like talk the most and like ask a lot of questions. Like, I'm probably at the bottom, but you guys are.
You definitely are at the bottom.
There. Yeah, I'm definitely at the bottom.
I want to work with you on that.
Yeah, we're working on it, but that's why we're learning. So
exactly. And so you were the fireman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the fireman, I feel like when was chosen if I were to choose like most playable or like most maybe like story applicable, or that'd be the funnest to play, I guess.
Yeah.
It would be the inspector.
I would say he's like the easy mode, the easiest to kind of put your shoes in and like
right, and then like I'm gonna do this mission, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, or that like had the easiest hooks, right? Like this is how I can play this character. And this character will be the funnest and most interesting character.
Right.
It would be the inspector. This is not how it ended up at all, guys. The inspector, the professor,
right,
the firefighter, and the EMT.
Yeah.
Now, it ended up. This is gonna be harder to get into not get into spoilers, because this one was so much fun. I think it ended up with the firefighter being the most interesting.
It sure ended up that way. I took his flaw of being insecure and then just took that to the fucking max.
Well, I've been very curious since then. How much of that was actually was you role playing, and how much of it was Mr. RPG role playing your girlfriend?
Little half and half.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
I noticed the same thing when I was role playing a prostitute hitting on Kenny. He got super awkward. Like, as soon as I started calling him baby and like touching him, he was like, "Nope, not okay with this."
It was definitely half and half.
But the time, guys, if you listen to nothing else, please listen to the episodes episode, I'm not sure how yet, where we play Honor with RPGHour. It will definitely be on their channel, and we will link to them when we get the chance. When they're out, we're gonna blast them.
Absolutely.
Alex has the best timing with his character reacting to just his girlfriend and other instances. Everybody's dying is some of the funniest stuff I have ever been a part of. It's brilliant.
Take one flaw and fucking put it to the max, and it's good stuff.
Definitely.
Had a lot of fun with that too. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was great. And oh man, I at the end, I don't want to get into what exactly happened at the end, because I mean, I don't know if there will be a sequel to that. Right. I would definitely be 100% down for that.
Absolutely.
I hope there would. I actually hope there would be.
Yeah.
Because the cliffhanger got me wanting more.
Yeah.
And just I think that everybody, how the pre-made characters were made, and how everybody got there. I think everybody made got into their characters very well, and it's like, oh, this is who I'm gonna be.
Everyone kind of fit in pretty
right.
Well, so.
And we had also like a doctor, like an old Chinese man doctor, and the EMT was like a kind of scummy, like I'm gonna hit on every girl we come across, but I also got like a loving girlfriend back home.
Yeah, he did a really great job.
Oh, and his voice was brilliant. And also, if we had given, I would have loved for him to have the inspector position, for Jonathan to have the inspector position.
Yeah, that
to
would
see
be
him,
interesting.
to see him do like the Chinese Hong Kong inspector, where it's like I do what I want and I fucking take charge. And like, that would have been very interesting to see.
That would have been awesome.
But that's also because he has 3 decades of role playing experience.
Yeah. Anything that he does is pretty fucking
exactly.
awesome.
Which, by the way. When we were going through the characters, I'd say the EMT was the least impressive of everyone listed. I forgot to put the doctor. I would actually put the doctor before. I would say firefighter, doctor, professor.
Okay.
Firefighter, doctor, professor,
right.
and firefighter, doctor, and then us 3. But or not you, not us 3, but yeah.
Yes, yeah.
However, when we were going through characters, the EMT was the blank slate as far as how the life path character creation system goes.
Right, yeah.
It's all dice rolls. That's why I had more flaws than fortes, and other people were vice versa. They had way more fortes than flaws.
Yeah.
Those lucky bastards. I'm not sure who that was actually. It didn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah, not at all.
Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
However, he had almost nothing. The EMT had almost nothing.
Yep.
And that was why I believe it was the last one. Now, that's why I believe you were saying you kind of felt like everybody went with what they were going with.
The reason I felt like he was a good one, and I think I still 100% agree that he did really well on it, is that...
Oh, he 100%, yes.
He took a blank slate and then fucking made a character out of it.
Yes.
Shit's amazing.
And I actually believe that he was, whenever Mr. RPG Hour was going through the characters, and he got to that one, that Jonathan went, that's mine. I'm gonna take the blank slate.
I believe that. Yeah. I mean, everything that he said, it felt like he never like talked too much or talked too little. It just felt like he was in just the right position to make a character and make him feel like he's like a real character and he like fits, and it was awesome.
it was very fun. Now I want to throw out a second Mrs. RPG Hour for that Dr. Chin.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Chin was great.
yeah.
And now I know it's because who knows how long. I don't know if it's been the full 18 years, maybe. Right. But they've been role playing together. But Mr. and Mrs. RPG Hour, when it was Dr. Chin and the assistant, Samson's girlfriend. Yeah. Them interacting together was had so much. It was so organic and had so much chemistry that it was perfect, and it was so funny. I highly recommend it. It was very good role playing. Some very good role playing. Definitely you can learn shit from these guys.
Yeah, definitely. I think in terms of character, I feel like that was like her character, and she knew exactly how to run it like super well. And that was like the character that she's been made to play like for her entire life.
Well, so interestingly enough, because like when she was Riku in the last one, which is Riku is a character that Dr. Chin would hate.
Yeah, that's very true.
And it was like, oh yeah, you're Riku.
Yeah.
Riku is you, and then it's like, oh no, Dr. Chin is you.
Yeah. Everything just feels like she was made to do that. Yeah. That's very interesting.
She's very good. I am very much a fan of her role playing.
She knows how to mold her characters in the right way. So.
But also, I think it works hand in hand with just the fact that Mr. RPG Hour as a GM has been playing with her for such a long time, and maybe it's just as there was also a similar instance with as a professor with he had a student where
yeah.
it's just a very organic. He knew how to play off of me very well.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed. I was like, ooh, good GMing. That's like
he
it was
did,
very
he did
fun.
A fantastic job. Yeah.
Yeah, and it you know, and giving the characters that ability to shine and give you that, you know, like you had your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
I had
exactly.
the fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was the ability to go to the fraternity and stuff like that, and then we went to the OR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I definitely learned. Every time we go there, I learn a lot. But it was just like, oh, I can't wait to DM next time.
Yeah. it feels like you've learned so much over these past few times that we've gone over there. Yeah.
And the interesting thing, and I'm very sad. We had to book it over here because there's only so many hours in the week.
Yeah.
And we got to work our day jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we can get enough on Patreon, patreon.com/dungeonjunkies. As soon as we can get enough on Patreon, we can record as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Until then, we have to cram our hours and then do a day job.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to stay for an NPC talk, which I very much wanted to do.
Right.
Because goodness gracious, I just would have loved to learn about how they create NPCs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
definitely.
I very much love NPC creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I have maybe another thing you can catch on Patreon is the strange content.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I have like a half dozen characters on there that I want you guys to see and that you will soon.
Cool.
But I would have definitely loved to talk about that with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if you guys want to hear any kind of information on how to create characters or how to get people to the table, or you know what's up with paying DMs? Like, is that cool?
Yeah.
Why am I paying you money to be my dungeon master, bro? We're playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of different topics related to role-playing games.
Yeah.
Definitely worth checking it out on RPG Hour.
Yeah.
As soon as they're not out yet, as far as episodes, most definitely follow them on Twitter at RPG Hour, I believe. I should have had all their information popped up. I'm so sorry, guys.
We'll work harder.
But you can, if you search Google RPG Hour, they're definitely going to pop up.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're following them, and we'll definitely put a link to them in the description. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
We'll get some shit out there. But RPG Hour, Facebook, Twitter, all the social medias that you can find them on. Patreon. They're going to be doing their Patreon soon.
Yeah.
As soon as they are on Patreon, I highly recommend supporting them because they are getting awesome games from all kinds of people so that we can review them for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
More than Dungeons and Dragons, guys. There's so many different games out there you can play. RPG Hour wants you to know, and I want you to know, there's so many more than Dungeons and Dragons
it's true.
that you can play that are so much fun. So you will learn about them there.
Yeah, they are very experienced and educated on all sorts of
beautiful shelves of games.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's just beautiful. All sorts of role-playing games. It's awesome.
Yes. Awesome. So check them out. Follow them on Twitter and Facebook. You know who else you can follow on Twitter and Facebook? Dungeon Junkies.
That's right.
Oh, yes. Follow them first. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Gotta plug them first. Follow them first. RPG Hour second. Facebook. Twitter. Twitter is at Dungeon Junkie. Facebook is Dungeon Junkies. Shoot us some emails if you got any questions, concerns. Why are you plugging other people? How can I get me some buttons or some t-shirts? I didn't pay attention at the beginning. I skipped through that shit. I just learned right now there's buttons and t-shirts.
Oh, shit.
DungeonJunkies@gmail.com.
Get it.
And I will talk to you. I'll give you kisses. I'll send you little pictures of kisses.
Oh, that's cute.
It's
you send me those all the time.
It's not as cute as the ones I sent you. It's kind of a little scary.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
But you'll get scary kisses.
You'll get those.
Any other things you want to say, particularly positive? Please put those on iTunes.
Of course.
And while you're there, click on that 5-star. It's furthest to the right. It's the easiest to click on.
It's so easy.
Right is right. Am I right?
Right.
Exactly. So click that 5-star and leave us them reviews, and don't mention that joke because it was awful.
Jesus.
But mention all the rest of the shit. Mention whatever you want.
Heck yeah, dude.
Mention this extra long episode of Real Talk. It's the longest you're gonna get. So in the meantime,
enjoy it.
Listen to the newest episode because it'll be coming out in a couple days.
It's coming.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mwah.